If you're like me looking for inspiration in your day-to-day how to dress like an adult without looking frumpy, this video is for you. So today we're going to be inspired by Netflix's lifestyle show With Love, Meghan, and I'm going to break down for you her signature outfits and also pieces that we can easily replicate in our own day-to-day, because I think she does such a great job at showing us how to dress casual yet still look polished. And a little upgrade for you, I have now created my own shop store where you can see for every single video all the products mentioned and featured. I'm going to update them live and also on a weekly basis. So this way you can just click on a video link and you're going to see everything that I mentioned, and then maybe some are out of stock. I'm going to have new ones featured as well. So very easy for you to find. I also created a whole shelf of collection for evergreen pieces, the classics that will never go out of style. Very easy for you to find. Do check out the link in the description below. Meghan's style is described as West Coast stealth wealth or elegant casual. What this really looks like is a combination of high-low, the high being luxurious heritage brands, and the low would be the accessible fast fashion. To give you a little bit of background, Meghan has warm undertone, and color analysts have classified her as deep autumn, which means that the colors that flatter her are rich, earthy toned, such as chocolate brown, olive green, the camel, and the warm teal. And the reason why I'm mentioning it is because if you have cool undertone, some of these pieces and colors might not work for you. Do check out my video on cool undertones for specific examples of what hues you should pick instead. I categorize the looks based on the setting that she has, and we can easily recreate. Let's start with the garden look. This is her signature barefoot jeans and button-up shirt. This is a very loose shirt. It's a very relaxed, casual outfit. And I really like this because my general rule is, regardless of your setting, always dress one notch higher. The button-up shirt is a key element in, I want to say, the majority of her outfits. It is polished by definition because it has a collar and it has buttons. It also has structure and tailoring on the shoulder. So the button shirt is one of those key pieces that will elevate your style to the next level, and you don't even need to do anything. You just have to throw one on. The hat, of course, has to be there to protect her head, but also a hat is so chic in every setting. And if you don't use hats enough, this is your opportunity. Some of these are made very well, and I have them over here linked for you if you want to check them out. If you don't use a hat, start using it. And I want to also mention that she's not using caps. Caps are very sporty, very casual, very, I want to say, youthful. If you want to look like an adult, you have to upgrade to a fedora, to a round type of hat. For flats, I really like the choices that she has. She has Yves Saint Laurent, the sandals. They're one of my favorites. Another flat that she wears, and it's quite popular, is the Hermès Mule, the Oz Mule. And it's, again, a very neutral tone, very earthy, very, I want to say, casual, but this is the luxurious detail that she combines with everything else to still look put together, because that's almost the high-end piece of her whole outfit. Great choice. And of course, we have the jewelry. She has jewelry on almost at all times, which is great. It is warm tone, gold, and she makes sure it's noticed. It's noticed on her hands, on her wrist, and on her cleavage. And I have to mention the fact that in one of the scenes, she is wearing sneakers. I cannot believe that I've seen the Duchess of Sussex in sneakers, the New Balance sneakers. That is such a casual look, and I like it because it's real. Most of us are wearing sneakers, especially when we're carrying things, we're running around. So great example on how she's pairing it with jeans and a jacket, a camel jacket. My friend, the camel jacket by itself, by definition, camel, rich camel, it's neutral, it's elegant, it has shape, and please, I hope you're not using hoodies anymore. If you are, throw them out and put this one instead. Get yourself a jacket that is camel. Of course, if you're warm tone, if you're cool tone, you can do ivory, and just have that as an overlay, your go-to piece that you can throw on and you're out the door. Very chic and elegant in one step. Now let's move on to the polished look. I love this. This is one of my favorite go-to sort of uniforms that she has throughout the show, and it is very simple, very quick to replicate. It is made out of a nice, rich, beautiful sweater, a thin sweater. And here we're going to probably say it's cashmere. I have the pieces linked for you. And the bottom is not jeans, it is tailored pants. Love this so much because that is the one detail that shows that you dress like an adult. Jeans, yes, sometimes we wear them. In her case, in the garden, she wears jeans quite a lot, but she also wears tailored pants. And I have a feeling she did this specifically for the show. I really don't see her all day long in the kitchen wearing tailored pants. But regardless of that, it's a really good example of how you want to elevate your everyday look to go from 20s and 30s to an adult looking outfit. And we have to talk about the next level elevation in style is to replace that cashmere sweater in warmer months with a silk button shirt. It's, again, you can do the whole monochromatic look like she is. Very simple, and I think it is just underestimated how easy you can make something so simple yet look so elegant and luxurious on you. So let's move on to the Seaside Look. This is one of my favorites. She is wearing the classic mariner outfit, which is blue jeans, the stripy shirt, and la pièce de résistance, a beautiful camel jacket. What's interesting about her outfit is, remember, she's warm tone, and everything, the outfit under the jacket is cool toned, yet she makes it work because, and I talk about this in my cool undertone video, you want your undertone shade to be in high volume, the closest to your face. So that right there, my friend, is a genius example of how she does this very effectively. And she's wearing that beautiful camel that looks gorgeous against her skin. This is just a very simple outfit, yet there's a lot of detail that went into it. And I just love it. It's so easy to recreate. And I highly recommend having this as one of those essential outfits that is just so easy to throw on. When you see someone like that, they look so chic and you don't know why, it's because all those color combinations are intentional. Now let's move on to the dresses. This is probably one of my favorite topics. You know, I wear dresses all day, every day, regardless of the temperature outside. So in her case, let's talk about the day dresses. Day dresses for her mean the button-up shirt dress. She is a huge fan of button shirts, if it wasn't obvious so far, and now she is extending that to dresses. The button dresses, to me, I find them quite difficult to wear. They're not fitted. They come with a belt that is sort of awkward, not really placed well considering our own silhouette. So it depends on your fit, on your torso length. To me, it's a bit messy. I don't think it's a polished look, but depends on the setting. The other dresses that she's wearing, they're quite cute. She's wearing plenty of detailed strappy dresses. They're daytime because you can tell they're very light in colors and they have cute patterns. And this is such a good example of how you can make your day look casual even in dresses. Look for styles that are structured. In her case, they already have a predefined corset and they drape so beautifully around her waistline. I love the dresses that she's wearing. She also wears the halter top. So many options there. Let's move on to the evening dresses, and specifically the details you want to look out for is the shape and the length of the dress. This is a key factor when dressing like an adult versus when we were dressing in our 20s. We're now not looking at short skirts anymore, but long, beautiful column dresses. And she has a couple of beautiful examples here. Of course, we have the green one from Christmas. It is just spectacular, the way it just drapes around her. And I feel like they're very forgiving, especially if you have a different design on top. She has a one shoulder and it just drapes beautifully because it is long, it is elongated. You can wear heels underneath and nobody can tell. So great structure here. She's also wearing a brown one in one of the scenes in the kitchen. That one looks a bit more like a bodycon, but we can tell she is obviously fit. She's slender, she looks great. Yet if you notice in the details, it is not tight on her. None of the outfits that she has is tight to show her figure. And that is a very nice way of putting yourself on display, but leaving some room around your body for ease of movement. And another great dress that she has is in the bar scene. I think she was at the beach. She's wearing this gorgeous yellow dress. It seems to be of an elastic sort of material on top, and it's fitting her great. And then if you see the full-size picture, it's quite loose on the bottom. So it's like a thicker elastic material, almost lycra-like. And again, it is not so tight that you can see her every little inch and form on her body. It leaves room for the imagination, and the dress is just flowing off of her like sort of a mermaid effect. It's just beautiful. And now let's talk about some of the skirts that she has on. Again, great combination of top and bottom. They are mostly monochromatic. And the pieces that she chose on the bottom, I actually have them linked for you. And I was looking at the description. They are made of the finest high quality material out there. They are silk, they're cashmere, they're knit, they're wool. They're just so rich and so elegant that I think by definition, when you get something so well made, it does the majority of the work for you. She's using long skirts, midi and full-size skirts, which pair very well with a monochromatic top. And this is another example of how you can replace your jeans with something simple and wearable that you can pick neutral colors, so it's quite quick to choose when you look for outfits. And this is a great tip for you when you're trying to build up that collection of adult-like outfits. Try to start replacing your pants with skirts. And again, look at the colors. They're brown, they're burgundy, they're cream. She wears a lot of ivory as well, and white. So these are all easy neutrals that you can pair with anything pretty much on top. I find skirts to be quite flattering, again, for the same reason as dresses. I think dresses are even better because they come together as a structure. With skirts, you have to find the right top. But if we're talking about tops, especially the ones that she's using, she's still trying to find that monochromatic look, because you don't want a section of your body in the middle to be cut in half if you're wearing two different colors. So she has beautiful examples here. I love this burgundy outfit. She's using pieces from Cezanne. You can still create a cohesive look, and visually it's very elongating and flattering, incredibly feminine. So these are all, again, details that we were not paying attention maybe 10, 20 years ago, and now we start to. I think a really big factor in the collection that she's wearing, beautiful pieces, well thought out. I think having a big budget is also helpful, and we can do that, right? At this age, we can start investing in more luxurious pieces. And if you find the brands that cater to us, to our age range, you will find that the pieces that they offer are well-made, high quality, and some of the brands like Cezanne, so chic and elegant, and with details that you don't have to think about. They already did, and it's already out there on a platter ready for you to get. By the way, if you like my granny sweater, this has been one of the most complimented tops that I bought this season. Love it so much. It's from Lens, and I'm gonna link it down below for you as well, so you can compliment it. Why not? It brings on so much cheer, and I want to spread it. Do check out the pieces from this video linked below. Now, regardless of our stance on a show, on her as the next royal, I appreciate women and men that care about how they look, care about how they dress, and keep putting yourself out there. Keep trying to match your inner self with the exterior. Because we don't all have stylists dressing us in the morning, and that's okay. But I want to say that it's not always going to work out, whatever outfit you come up with. But keep trying, don't give up. And most importantly, have fun with it. If you enjoyed this topic, click the like button down below. It lets me know to make more videos like these. Also, comment down below what is your favorite show or for fashion inspiration that you'd like me to analyze. I've been sort of toying with And Just Like That season 3, though it seems a little bit dated since it came out last summer, but let me know either way. If you enjoyed this video, I have an entire playlist of fashion icons coming up next. I'll see you there.